Hey, welcome back to another episode of Charlotte on the Scene. Today I have a special guest. I'd like to give a shout out to my man Ant Morrow. He actually is out of town this weekend, so it's just me by myself and my man, the guy of the hour, the one and only, notorious.
Notorious. Notorious. All right, I'll take that.
Clarence Boston, man. What up, man? What's you doing? Rest of the baby.
You finally got me on here, son. Finally, bro.
Oh my gosh, man. It's been a while, but how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, bro. Can't complain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the Queen City, so you know.
So I know you. I know you still have businesses here, but you've been in Atlanta a lot recently. Can you explain that? And also, before I go into this, brother, let them know where you're from. Okay. Let them know your origins, what you do, what you're known for.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, shit, dude, how much time we got?
Got all night, man.
All night.
All night. Go ahead.
No, it's your boy Clarence Boston, originally from Regional, North Carolina, by way of Atlanta, Charlotte, Greensboro, Reedsville, so all over the place. Currently, I reside in Atlanta, but you know, back and forth here to Charlotte. Still on like a lot of things up here in Charlotte, so just trying to keep my eyes on everything. So
now, all these businesses that you do have, and you're back and forth. How does that? How are you able to navigate that and do that? I know it takes a lot out of you. I know you're busy a lot. So
it is a lot. Like I tell anybody, like man, I've worked so much, man. Like
right.
Honestly, like every day I work.
Okay.
Even like right now, I'm working. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So work has never been like nothing new to me, and you know what I'm saying. I'm tired of working. I'm ready to move to the Bahamas.
Ready to move to the Bahamas?
Yeah. I'm ready to move to the Bahamas. So.
Go down there in Norman's Cay and find some treasure.
Yeah, right. Out of here.
But your work ethic, it's so like you're determined. Like I see you, I've seen you over the years. You've had different businesses, but you're always involved. You always are evolving. I think a lot of people that are in business don't understand how to not do the same thing over and over again. And what I mean by that is have different ideas instead of doing what everybody else is doing. Right. I look at you as more of a trendsetter in business, doing different things, especially with the brewery, especially with the beers and selections that you have. Because if the people that don't know out there, and I'll let him explain it to you, he is brewing beer. So Clarence brews beer. He has Hip and Hop's Brewery and Anything Brewery, but the beers in there are beers that are given to people
brewed by black
men and for different people,
right,
who have their own beers, and these are all representations of that right now. Can you explain to that, and what gave you the idea to do that?
So like when I was growing up, my great grandma, she made wine, and I didn't really like wine, so she bought me a little homebrew kit, and just to like probably 18, you know what I mean? Right. So, but back then, 18, you could legally drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
y'all was in Reedsville.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, right. But she bought me that beer kit, and like ever since then, I've always been like fantasized with like making beer, and even like with opening Hip and Hops. Hip and Hops was incorporated here in Charlotte. Well, North Carolina in 2018, and I don't know if you remember, like, trying to lease property uptown. It's hard. It was extremely hard. You know what I mean? They didn't want to lease to us.
Right.
So we took took it to Atlanta, and like everybody was down to lease to us. You know what I'm saying? So we opened our first Hip and Hops in 2021, and now we own more black-owned breweries than anybody in the country.
So for a lot of people that don't know, can you take us through like what you do to actually brew the beer? Like, just give us an example. Like, a lot of people don't know. Like, I see you dumping stuff in there, getting
right.
stuff in there. Most time I'm there just hanging out, talking
right.
smack.
Right.
But what goes into a process of creating a beer?
Well, pretty much beer ain't nothing but sugar water.
Okay.
And that's really what you're making.
Okay.
With malt, wheat, barley, oatmeal. But once you add the yeast to it, the yeast actually eats the sugar and they say farts out CO2 and alcohol.
Okay.
So it's like different procedures, like with the salsa. Salsa is just straight sugar and yeast. You know what I mean? So like 10%. You know, ABV is just nothing but sugar, like gluten-free shit. You know what I'm saying? But like other beers, like Glow, you know, it's made with straight like two-row and yeast. It's not really a complicated beer to make.
Now this Glow, this Glow is whose beer? It's
Mike Man.
Mike Man.
Mario,
Mario's beer. Mario, this is actually a good beer. I'm gonna have all these beers tonight.
Yeah, right. He's already had like 10 of them right there. Yeah, right. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. My man. This one is the Baby Mama John. This is the official first and only, and this is my go-to. This actually is new. This is the seltzer, right? This is True Vibe seltzer. Yeah, True Vibes. And whose is this?
Samantha.
So this is Samantha's. So this is actually very, very good. It's sweet. It's got a nice taste to it, and it's actually 10%.
Yeah, 10%.
Now, can you explain the percentages? How do you?
It's just like you know, we've been doing it so long. Like, you know, we know exactly how much sugar we're gonna add to this too. Actually, the crazy thing is like I really wanted that beer to be 12%.
Oh, you was trying to take them under.
Yeah. Right. But you know, we kind of rushed that beer, but we used turbo yeast,
Now what's turbo yeast?
It's like a very aggressive strain of yeast that like generally ferments the beer in like 2-3 days.
Oh wow!
But for some reason, like this beer, it just wouldn't ferment fast enough, and we had to release it. So you know what I'm saying? We did. That's why it's a little sweeter.
Okay.
Than normal, but everybody loves it. She did a great job doing it. She outsold Kobe, which I was kind of sad about that. You know what I'm saying? Look, Kobe's beer. Let's
Kobe's beer.
Yeah. Hot nice melons.
Nice melons. Great, Kobe. I like that.
And this beer was way harder to make than that one. So he's like, you know,
Harlem's finest.
There you go, son.
That's what's up. And this one is
shroom sauce. You know, everybody's like on like the mushroom shit right now, but it's no mushrooms in it. But it's a dope can.
I love the can is beautiful.
Yeah.
Whose beer is this? Or this is
that's our beer. Yeah,
okay. I'm gonna try this tonight.
Yeah, you should. You're gonna try them all, actually.
I feel like what made you get into? I know you've had a lot of. Well, me and Clarence, for those who know, we actually owned a cigar bar together called Secret Society years ago, about like 5 or 6 years ago. And I learned a lot from you as far as the bar business. And I will say that you always are into giving people a chance for ownership, which a lot of people don't do.
In my opinion, that's very important. Like, you know, when I was first started in business, like people's like, partnerships are the best business to go into, and I never believed that because I'm like, you know, I wanted to be the boss. But at the end of the day, when you really look at it, it's like, okay, a lot of people got things to offer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which you did with the cigar bar. Like, you know, you smoke cigars. I ain't smoke cigars. You know what I'm saying? I just know how to bring the people.
Yep.
And you had
and you know the liquor too.
Yeah, definitely.
That's your cash cow.
Yeah, right. But you had a different crowd of people to come. You know, from Charlotte, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You remember when you brought Puff Daddy here?
Well, we won't get back on that deal.
You brought Diddy here, son? But that just what you did in the city, like, I was like, oh, this would be perfect person to go into business with because you know cigars, you know the people that actually smoke cigars. So, you know, I just thought that was a great venture to go to.
Yeah, definitely. Well, how do you pick your business partners?
Honestly, like that's a great question. Honestly, that's a great question. Really, just seeing what everybody has to offer. Like sometimes, it's not about bringing money to the table because you know I feel that we would make the money, and but just like experience in the business. Who you know, type of person you are. I think those are all great characteristics of people that I'd like to invest with.
Yeah, definitely. And so before you were actually in the funeral home business. Before
Yeah, still am.
still are. So
I still am.
yeah. So how did you navigate to like? I know when we were so when we were opening a cigar bar, I remember we drove back from Greensboro, and you showed me the first bar. I think one of the first bars you ever owned in Greensboro.
Right.
And you took me in there, and we went in there. Actually, had some. I think we had. They had a drink. We had a drink in there, something like that. It was downtown Greensboro.
Yeah, sure did.
And we went in there. You explained to me, this is this is a place I stayed. This is a place I used to go to. I used to own this, whatever. Yeah. What made you navigate from doing bar restaurant / to funeral homes and things like that?
Well, I always been in like the funeral business. Like, honestly, that's where I made a lot of my money from. Is just since I was 13, all I ever wanted to be was a funeral director and own a funeral home, and I wanted my kids to take over the biz and have generations of
Generational wealth.
Bostons.
Yes.
But once I started making beer, my passion for the funeral business kind of it wasn't there. Like even when opening Hip and Hops, like I built a big funeral home, like $2 million, and I decided like you know what, I'm retiring from the funeral business. I just want to brew beer, and then we opened that location, and they was drinking malt liquor in Stone Mountain and not Hip and Hops. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go back to my roots. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right. I had to go back to the bag.
What grandma taught you
yeah. It's like shit. That beer, it was a great idea, but I need to bury people. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest with you, like transparent, because like a lot of people look at me and they see a lot of success, but I've honestly had failures too. You know what I'm saying?
You told me. Yeah.
Like any other business person, you know what I mean? Just even, now, last year I opened all these 4 different places. Rose Bar, Hip and Hops here.
Anything brewery.
Jive Turkey. You keep saying anything. Another brewery.
Sorry.
And then like, okay, I'm going to kill it this year.
Yeah.
But, really, I haven't killed it like I anticipated.
Yeah. Right. So let's talk about Jive Hut. So you opened Jive Hut. Now, what was your inspiration behind that? Because I know a person that actually came to me one time and was talking about stuffed turkey legs. I think they do them in Houston.
Yeah, Houston. Yeah.
So what was your motivation behind that? That's a great idea.
My motivation was this, to be honest with you. It's like I thought that I tried to be very creative with the brands that I started opening. Not to be the same, doing the same thing as everybody else was doing.
Right.
But to bring new creative things. Honestly, the real reason we opened Jive Turkey, right?
No.
It was, of course, to bring that concept, but to buy the real estate. You know what I'm saying? So
expound upon that.
It's on like an acre of land, right in traditional Black neighborhood that's probably gonna be gentrified, right? So, with my business partner said, okay, we open this place, 2 years is generally how long it takes for you to show wealth to the bank where you can buy the property. So I figured like, okay, boom, they got tire shop they rented to, they got a convenience store, barbershop, and then they had like a 3,000 square foot lounge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my thought behind it was, okay, let's open this place and then buy the real estate.
Gotcha.
And that's another thing, like, I think that we fall short of, to be honest, Rashon. It's like, I think we need, just like when the Epic Center, was in foreclosure, I said, okay, if we can find, 30 Black millionaires, we can buy this property.
We were talking about Black Wall Street back in the days.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So I always look like kind of ahead. I don't look at just the business. I just look at the potential, the wealth that we could create by doing this. So that's pretty much why we kind of went that route.
Yeah. No. So one thing that you touched on is very important, because like I feel when we had Secret, I feel like we put all this money into this building and we didn't own it.
Right.
And they can go up on rent anytime or whatever, or even when talking about a failure. So let's talk about what happened at that time with CIAA hit. We were Andrew Roby had the building store.
Oh my God,
Andrew Roby made
Roby is the most gangsterest white dude, richest white dude I know.
So that was gangster. That was gangster. I'll never forget
do you
that.
remember him walking in to Secret Society? This place is full of black people, influential black people, but it was still, their side. And motherfucker walked in, and what did he say? What high school he go to? He said, I went to Hardin High School.
Hardin High School, right.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Low key, like,
He a real one.
Yeah, he was, that was a real,
that was a real experience.
Right.
Real experience. But basically, what happened was he told us we couldn't park
park
cars
there,
on the next property.
And he killed our business.
He killed our business. He waited till CIAA weekend.
Yep, sure did.
Tolling.
Yep, sure did. He killed us, man.
Shout out to Mr. Roby.
Shout out to Roby. Hardin High School.
Hardin High School, yep. Hardin High School.
But do you remember when we sold it?
Yeah, we sold it.
You remember when we sold it?
I remember we sold it.
Tell them that story. Tell them that story, son. Like, hey.
I'll give the light version. All I know is that with the business, like the business, I think really kind of broke even, made a little money here and there. Because we've talked about it. Cigar smokers are different.
Mm-hmm.
If you run a cigar lounge, I think we were ahead of our time with that anyway. But when you have a cigar lounge, people sit down for hours. They use your real estate, and they're not. A lot of them don't really keep spending. So the money's not really turning over, and you're smoking sticks and cigars, but you're not spending money on the liquor. You're taking it's more time.
Space,
so so it's like it's a little different. And I'm sure the industry has gotten different more now, and people know how to do things like I shout out to Taylor Smoke and all and aromas and a lot of places that have been been around and have learned how to adapt to the business. But with us at the time, we were just thrown into the thing and we were learning how to get this stuff going. And it was so when we sold it, basically, he was like, yeah, let's just try to get out of this. Let's go.
We had another business partner that totally did not want to sell it. And me and Rashon like, fuck that shit. And so we was back there in the back counting the money. And Rashon was like this, 100, 200. 300.
Like Monopoly
money. Right. You
like
count slow as hell. But, the crazy shit is this is that, we was in the back like high-fiving and shit. And then we had to walk back out front to the bar.
They didn't want to sell. They was mad.
We walked back out looking sad as hell. It was the happiest day of our life. We were so happy to sell that, but we like out of this motherfucker.
It was stressful. I remember one night it was, because that building is old. Yeah. And one night I had to hold the register open because I was doing the register and there was a leak. It was raining hard. There was a leak coming down from the ceiling. And the water, I'm holding the ceiling open and doing the register, and the water just went into my arm, into my armpit. It was just so, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Then you come home late. But anyway, let's get back. There was still another spot called Firehouse.
Yeah, it was.
And Firehouse was always jumping. Now, an iconic time at Firehouse, I will tell you, is when Clarence Boston did this on his birthday. Flew in on a helicopter and hired DJ Clue. Now, what was
I was so mad at Clue. I was like, that was like very disappointing.
Because you felt like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah, man.
He wasn't
$5,000.
He didn't really do that?
Like, it false I have it like you could have just kept false. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
False or short nice.
Right.
Yeah. Those guys come with
right. Yeah. I wouldn't book them again for my birthday. You know what I'm
Shout out to Clue Queen.
Shout out to Clue. DJ Clue.
DJ Clue. So Firehouse had but I know it's Rose Bar now, and you can get into that, but Firehouse had a long run, man. Mm-hmm. You and Rodney did a great job at Firehouse. How did you come up with that concept? Because everybody knows about the swinging chairs. That was different.
You remember Firehouse was my crematorium. Like you know, we used to have that was my crematorium, right?
Right.
And I remember like going to Bubble. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like remember Bubble used to be popping.
Bubbles popping. Shout out to Ian.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ian. What's up,
Ian?
Ian? He knows the story too. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I went to Bubble and you know, on Black Night they was charging. It's back when we was drinking Hennessy like $13. Mm-hmm. But on White Night they was charging $9.
I remember that when that was going on. I remember. Yep.
And I went on the White Night and they kind of they didn't want to let me in. Mm. And you know, I probably was spent like, man, I don't know how much money there. Like, you so much money, like on Sundays, bringing that motherfucking boat out and shit.
Yeah.
But, so I said, man, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't never going back there. And I said, you know, me and Rodney had been talking, you know, because he worked on Red on 28 at the time. And I'm like, well, it's probably the perfect person to go into business with. You know, he know hookah, he know liquor.
Yep.
You know, and you know the crazy shit. So Firehouse, when we opened it, you know how much it cost us to do it?
You told me about that, but you tell them.
$32,000.
I know.
We made the money back that week. It was crazy, man. Like they was buying like Ace of Spades,
everything. Well, you were actually the number one guy for Hennessy. Remember Hennessy?
Hennessy in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Yeah.
The wife came down here. Can't even speak English. You can fly me back with you. Can I go back with you to Chateau Hennessy?
You were doing, you did the most in North Carolina for Hennessy, which is crazy.
And my dad was number 2.
Okay, so it was a Boston.
Boston's, yeah.
Well, we got shout out Boston.
Yeah, shout out to Big Daddy, Michael Boston.
Michael Boston, man.
He in Danville now, you know, he doing his thing, he doing well. You know, my brother, you know, he doing well.
Mike, yep. Shout out to Mike. That's a staple though. Like Boston's and Greensboro is a staple.
Yeah,
everybody knows it's like pretty much historic.
I remember we all opened it together.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's 7,500. But it kind of broke our family apart. Like you bought me out the next week, and then bought my brother out the week after. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my dad. Like we learned a lot from this guy, man. Like honestly, like I look at my kids, and you know the respect, and you know I look at my dad, you know, and I can't do nothing but respect him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we fall out, but at the end of the day, man, he is a very humble businessman. He's taught us a lot, bro. Like, you know, our mom raised us, but our dad, like, put the vision in our head to be entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? Not work for nobody. You know what I mean?
What's it like growing up? What was it like growing up when you were younger in the Boston household?
Well, it's the Galloway household. It's like a single parent. Mom, you know, dad, when he was there, like it was, you know, because they had me, they was divorced.
Right.
So it's like, you know, I don't know, like, you know, my dad had clubs then, you know what I'm saying? So dad come pick us up from school on a limo, you know what I'm saying? We go to Winston-Salem, we meet Mike Tyson, Elder Bar.
See, nobody knows
all
that.
type of shit,
serious?
man. Yeah, bro.
Oh,
No bullshit. My dad had a damn Mahogany on the Air, which was a TV show. You know, he was just brilliant business and still is. You know what I'm saying? I look at him now, like, you know, like, y'all want to invest in this little project in Danville? We like, ain't no way daddy gonna make no money in Danville, Virginia. Shit. He make no money in the wheels. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Which is crazy, man. But he good dude, man. I love him to death. Shout out to my brother, too.
Shout out to Mike.
You know, I saw my brother, my funeral home. You know, I own crematory, I own it, Kanye's. And, you know what I'm saying? Just like the whole family, like, you know, he ain't never been, he was corporate America.
Right.
So, you know, for him to get into this industry and like, boom, we knew he was corporate. And that's how he runs his business. You know, like, I'm more family, Mike is corporate. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's really crazy because none of my kids have interest in being in the funeral industry. None of them. You know what I'm saying? They just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, my brother, he took it on. He bought a great business. You know, he living it up, doing better than me.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Right.
Yeah, I saw Mike put his office furniture online last year.
Right. I'm like, yo, that's my furniture, man. That's $2,500.
Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike, man. So with that, I want to pivot into I guess where do you see, and the family as well, but where do you see the future of what you want to do? Like, what's your vision, like, say 10 years from now?
Honestly, man, like, you know, my biggest thing, you know, was to retire at 50. I'm 46 now, and I always say, right, old as a mother. But I always, yeah, right. But you know, I figured that, you know, I want to retire at 50, and you know, back in the day before we started making beer, even though I ain't like wine, I said, you know, I was gonna plant my grapes, you know, with a winery. I was gonna just open a winery and smoke cigars and drink wine, and I decided, like, I was gonna buy the land at 45. I was gonna plant my grapes at 45, and then at 50, I was gonna retire because the grapes took 5 years to mature. But things have changed. So I don't know, man. Like, honestly, like I be feeling like just moving to the Bahamas, like every day. Like, even now, prematurely, I'll be thinking like, okay, I'm just moving to the Bahamas, man. And you know, at first I was gonna buy an island. But you know, things have changed. So, you know, give me an apartment. No,
I thought you were gonna retire. I remember one time we gotta tell these stories because me and Clarence hang out a lot. But like, I remember one time you went to go trade in the was it the Bentley or whatever for the Lamborghini?
No, the Rolls.
For the Rolls, the Ghost. And we traded the Ghost for the Lamborghini. And we were driving back through Greensboro, and that was the worst.
Yeah, I was horrified. You know that the Lambo, you know, the Ghost is you
up here and you chilling.
Motherfucker, the Lambo, you down here.
Oh my gosh, man.
What was it, like 30 miles an hour?
30
miles an hour
85
to Charlotte.
95 was it? 85 all the way back to Charlotte. And every time a car would drive by, look, you would throw it fast as this is not
right. You know, crazy shit is like you driving back through South Carolina, bro, on those expensive cars. That's why I sold it. That's why I traded it in, and I drive by going through South Carolina in Lambo. You gonna have like 15 people almost run you off the road.
Are you serious?
Yeah, at least, bro. Like, every time I drove through, I remember when I decided to trade that car in. I was going to Atlanta from Charlotte, and motherfucker almost ran me off the damn road. And I immediately, like, I bought the fucking Dawn on my way.
On the way back, yeah.
They had never even seen the damn Lambo. So I like, look, what you give me for this car, I'm done.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah.
Then I about shot my ball off one night.
What are you doing?
I blew my ball off. Right. They get out there, bow. I'm like, oh my God. That was gonna be horrible. You don't remember that?
Nah, I don't remember that.
I was at Secret Society.
You don't.
I blew my ball off.
Man, I remember one time we was in the car and you were doing some business or whatever, and dude gave you a number. You lowballed the hell out of him. You looked at me. When you did it, you was like, you knew what you were doing. You was like, I'll do it for 7. It's like, yo, you ain't shit.
Hey man, but
dude got quiet as hell.
Yeah, right. He probably sold it though. You know, I know it's worth. You know what I mean?
Oh man, that's funny. So another question I gotta ask you. You know, you being an entrepreneur and having all these great businesses and establishments, what's a good key that you give somebody to hiring good staff? Because that keeps the business going. Right.
I mean, it's so much bad stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you do have good people too. What I can say now is like now that like all of our locations we have now, we vet people really well. And
I actually just left the business meeting with you.
Right.
You were bringing in new employees. Yeah, definitely.
So most people honestly like been working with us like, man, probably years. You know, not years, but it ain't like the normal turnaround like 2 weeks you firing and hiring people.
Yeah.
I ain't fired nobody in about 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. But before that, it was like 2 months.
Shout out Charlotte, Atlanta, Clarence.
Shout out to Caden.
Clarence has been good for 2 days. You ain't got to run.
Look, you gonna get your check on Friday. Nah, but I don't think I ever really fired anybody though. I think anybody like
They fired themselves.
Yeah. It's only one person I really terminated that I shouldn't have. But other than that, I think everybody just fired themselves. But for the most part, man, we got a great staff. Like at all our locations, honestly, like during COVID, it was extremely hard to find like dedicated, good staff. It was just like a damn, what you call it?
Revolving cycle.
Revolving door.
Yeah, revolving door coming in, yeah.
Because everybody was making so much money, but now it's like ain't nobody making no money.
Well, I say in Charlotte too, it's like when and I've learned that, with our situation, it's like the bar situation, everybody recycles in the same bars. So it's the same community of people going in, working in the same thing or whatever. And you start to know them, know the work ethic or whatever, and then you start hearing things from other owners and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
It's crazy.
What's your pet peeve about what's your pet peeve about your business sometimes? Like that might get on your nerves or bother you.
Honestly, man, I just want my shit to be ran right. You know what I'm saying? Reviews are very important to us. Like if you look at all our breweries and even Rose Bar, it's like it's a higher standard, in my opinion, of giving customer service to people. You know what I mean? Because like at the end of the day, like I go out and drink. You know what I'm saying? I go out and eat. And I want to make sure that there is a standard where the customer service is good, and so I ain't gonna hire nobody that I look at, and just like the staff meeting today, I looked at like, and that's another thing, like people try to hire these pretty girls to work, and honestly, man, sometimes them like the worst people to hire. You gotta hire like some dedicated people. Like in Atlanta, honestly, the girl who makes the most money is probably the most unattractive. But her service, her service and work ethic is impeccable. And it shows. You got people. Oh well, I ain't make nothing but $80. Okay, well you need to work harder.
That actually tied into my next question. Doing business in Atlanta versus Charlotte, nothing negative, but like what are the differences or nuances that you've worked yourself or seen a difference in,
I mean, Atlanta ain't a real place.
Okay.
Atlanta's a fucking fairy tale, man. I mean, you look at it like Atlanta was. I sold, my most profitable business to move to Atlanta, right? And then when I sold it and moved back to Atlanta, see, I was there like doing the BMF days, and when I sold it and moved back, of course, the culture's different. It's a great place to operate, but it ain't the same place. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like in Atlanta, like a lot of people struggling, business-wise. Like, I look at what the guys are doing here, Marco, Imperial.
Shout out to Marco, yeah.
Shout out to Marco,
man.
Perv,
yep.
They do their thing. You know what I'm saying? They got a very successful business during one of the hardest economic times of our lifetime, and we all seeing it now. Like Atlanta, I remember when we opened Hip and Hots, we was doing just selling beer, bro. Like crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But doing COVID, I remember Firehouse doing good, Section doing well, doing extremely well. But like now, I look at it, it's like it's a different time. It's a different time. If I could go back and all the money I put in opening Jive Turkey, Hip and Hops, another brewery, Rose Bar, I'd open a funeral home in DC. You know what I'm saying? I don't win the cremation business because right now it's like hospitality wise, like we ain't making no money. I mean, we making money, but we ain't making the money that we was.
You was making, or you should be making.
And then like I look at that business ethic, even opposed to like even some of my good friends in Atlanta that own bars that are struggling right now, and these big bars. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody's taking a hit, man. Like because I don't know what it is. Scammers locked up, or whatever it is. It's like
the scammers are locked up.
Yeah.
we need
the money is
money.
not.
We need the scam money.
The money ain't the same, man.
Right. Well, see, that's a thing. So like I think people like, especially us, our community, we like to do the same thing everybody else is doing, and that's why I of course, my guy I wanted to I have you on the platform, but like you're doing something outside the box with this brewery thing. And I know you want to do it back in the days when we had a cigar bar. But like I think like people are trying to do the same thing. Open a bar, have hookah, whatever, and it's the same shit over and over and over again. And what are you doing differently to change, or what are you gonna do differently to revolutionize the industry?
Well, the thing is, like, what I think what I'm doing is just bringing a different type of culture to Charlotte. Even like, man, like honestly, like I look at this shit every day and I think about it, scratch my head, bro. Like, we like the largest. We own more black-owned breweries than anybody. We own liquor brands. Like, but why we ain't, worth $1 billion? Uncle Nearest, they out there killing the game, bro. She killing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what do we need? It's like such a damn brain fart to me. Like, we got what? Hell, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's just 5 beers, that I brewed here. You know what I'm saying? What do we need to do? And, people look up to me, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
Well, I tell you one thing. Like when we had a Secret Side, we had this group called the Black Wall Street. And we were trying to get people together for business or whatever.
Crabs in the barrel.
That's what I did.
Crabs in the barrel.
You're already. Hey, look,
Crabs in the barrel.
I didn't have to say.
I'm gonna drink another bit of that.
Yeah,
I DJ Trap.
Crabs in the barrel.
I'm on you. Your turn, Trap.
Your turn, Trap. Yo, crabs in the barrel. What happens is that I think people do not. They get into a situation, and then when they start making money, it's like, well, you can't have more than me, or I got to be the boss, or I got to do this, and now I got to do that, and that's what happens. And like if you're around the right people, you all build together, you all learn together. It's just I don't know what makes us like that. This is a real conversation. I don't know what makes us like that.
Conversation. But even looking at it like that, Rashon, we still have to like look like, okay, I don't know a lot of people like me. You know what I'm saying? In this, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you got all these people that look up to you. You got all these people that look up to you and they patronize you, but at the same time, it's like, damn, hell, why my brand ain't worth $1 billion? Who do I talk? Do I call Jay-Z? Do I call Puff? Who the fuck do I call? Don't call Puff.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. I was so this whole Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, right? I was talking to a guy on my job, my dude, right? We were talking, so he was like, he got mad at me because like I really don't. Me, I thought I like Drake. I don't like Drake, but I thought he won. I just understand what he's saying.
No,
yeah, you going with Kendrick. I know. But Kendrick to me, I think Kendrick to me is positive, but I just like
what?
I can't deal with his rhyming.
Son.
I don't like his rhyming style. But look, I respect his history. I respect, what he does for the culture. So he was like, he was, we were talking or whatever. He's like, are you gonna let them in to our culture? I said, them, what's them? And he's like, of course, because hip hop is a black culture. And I said, yes. I said, do you understand that hip hop is not even owned by us? Like, it's owned by these record companies, which are, it's not even we are the biggest consumers, but we don't make the most money off of our own products. That's our problem.
Well, Puff Daddy owns a
Buffalo.
Puff Daddy owns a record label. Everybody.
Yeah, that was a take that.
Trap again.
Take that. Mm-hmm. So say for instance, if you what you're doing right now, what you are gonna do it. And I always my brothers, we always breed success and talk success. When this becomes $1 billion industry, what will you do differently that people are not doing now?
I mean, shit, probably would hire somebody to make it. To be honest, I've been making all this. I'm joking. But I don't know, Rashon, man. It's like I really want to. I honestly not to sound crazy, bro, but it's just trying to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Again, we own tequila brands, cognac brands, vodka, rum. We got so many brands. And then it's just I'm at a fucking brain for it. Okay, what other black-owned brewery or what other black-owned distillery doing this type of shit?
Right.
Who doing it?
I agree.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? People don't understand. Even the most successful people still be having fucking brain farts, man, because you're trying to figure the shit out.
Think tank.
Right.
You need a think tank too sometimes. I remember we were trying to figure out a cigar bar one time, and you had a great idea of having crabs.
Yeah,
in the goddamn bar.
Shit with the free crab legs.
Free crab legs.
You buy one drink, you get free crab legs.
Some of you, we have free crab legs.
Yo.
Free crab legs.
We brought the whole motherfucking
Moorhead,
goddamn.
Wilkinson.
What's the name of that neighborhood?
West Charlotte. Sorry, Aunt. All of West Charlotte.
Yeah, they was over there okay, so if I buy a drink, they need to get this right. If I buy a drink,
how many clusters can I get?
I get a cluster crab leg. Yeah, you do, man.
They tried to get there. They had EB. One lady tried to pay with an EBT card.
Damn food stamps.
Oh my God!
This is crazy, man.
I'm fighting crab legs in the goddamn cigar.
And Rashon never did the work. He never did the work, yo. He never did the work. He that day he was motherfucking boiling crab legs. Sean ain't gonna pour you no drink. He ain't gonna get you no cigar. But you gonna bring the people. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't doing no work. He worked his ass out that day though. I think I left you.
Yo, I tell you a funny story. So we at the bar, and I needed Drea to calm down. Everybody, remember Drea was the manager at the time. Shout out to Drea. Shout out to Lisa.
Shout out to Drea.
Yep. We were in there, and
shout out to Lisa.
Yeah,
Little Boston.
So Lisa a couple of days ago. So I'm in there, and I told Dre, I said, look, just tell them, because it was like a frenzy. It was a frenzy on trying to get crab legs. So I was like, look, just you did bounce. So I told him, I said, look, get on the bar, just tell them that we're gonna get them some clusters soon. But just tell them to chill out and just wait. Yo, so I was like, but I told Drea to do this shit as a nice person, you know what I mean? Drea gets on top of the damn bar. Everybody, shut the hell up. Now
waving on.
Now we are gonna get you your crab legs in a minute, but y'all gotta chill it and shut the hell up and be quiet. I looked at, I walked in the kitchen.
I said, okay, time for me to go. All right, I'm out of here. I'm officially out of here.
I walked in the kitchen. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, and every time Clarence would get rid of a manager, I was on vacation.
Right. I couldn't find while you was in town.
I never want to You gotta go.
Got to go today. What? Rashon leaving what day? So that's her last day.
So I want to pivot to this because this is something that I remember. It was an iconic moment in my life, and I never told you this. I remember one time we were actually in the bar, and because my greatest experiences with you, outside, us hanging out or whatever, we were in the clutches, and I asked you, I said, Clarence, I'm trying to figure out how to be a great owner or a successful businessman. How do I do it? And you came to me just like you always say, well, Rashon, I'm already in business with you, so we got to figure it out. Don't forget that. But I was like, yeah, you are. You actually are in the church with me. What is your advice to somebody trying to open something, whether it could be anything, but something that they're going to go into business for themselves? Because you are an entrepreneur. You are a person that invests in yourself. And it's hard to do. It's not hard to do it, but it's hard to believe in yourself to do it.
I think anything I've done, like, bruh, is something that I like to do. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very important, like, for entrepreneurs. Like, don't just, I want to be a business owner, I'm going to go buy a barbershop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Out of the blue.
Invest in, like,
Mario. I'm grabbing my
Mario,
bag. Shout out to Mario.
Mike,
I'm grabbing one right now.
But I think, making sure that you invest in something you love doing, like the funeral homes. Like, this is a no-brainer for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Check, 1, 2. It was a no-brainer, but like I ain't gonna invest in nothing that I don't think that I would enjoy doing. Mm. Like I ain't gonna motherfucking invest in no bird duty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna invest in shit that I like doing, which is funeral homes, real estate, and alcohol. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, not being biased, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I would invest in other things, but like success comes from things I like doing. Mm. Like drinking, I like going on funerals. Mm-hmm. I like building houses. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just been, and not saying that I'm probably leaving a lot of money on the table by not venturing out to other things, but at the same time, when you invest, you want to make sure that it's something you love doing. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna, like, even my employees, I ain't gonna tell nobody to do something I wouldn't do. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I'm not that. Even if don't matter how much money I got, if something need to be done, I can do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna pay somebody else to do something that I wouldn't do. Mm-hmm. Not saying that I'm gonna do it, but at the end of the day, if I gotta do it,
you'll do it.
Right.
No, I know that for a fact. Cause like I said, I've been another person that would do the same thing is. This dude called me up Saturday morning to go cut the hedges in front of Secret Society. Goddamn macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese flavor.
We can't do this interview without not mentioning Flav.
Right. Groover Lou, what's up, baby? What's up, Groover?
The macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, Groover Lou. You remember that day he went and bought them damn air conditioners?
Portable air conditioners.
Portable water control air conditioners. You got good business partners. And then you get motherfuckers that be
that want to buy stuff.
Buy motherfuckers air conditioners.
What he be like? Hey, Dilly, I got it.
Yeah, I got it, Dilly. Y'all owe me $9.72, $50. Y'all buy these air conditioners. Like, bro, ain't nobody tell you buy no air conditioners.
Yo, Flav was putting ice in them joints every 2 hours, bro. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Nah, so like, you're. The acumen, your business acumen, and how you are as a person, as far as also as like being in the business, you're very down to earth. That I see around with your employees, even with your business owners.
I love my employees, man. Yeah. I love my employees. I love my partners, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a good thing going, but I'm tired. I tell you that, man. I ain't worked this hard my damn life, bro. And the older I get. It's like, it's a structure for why I work so hard, but damn, bro, I'm tired. I'm ready to retire.
Ready to retire. At least you still got your hair.
I do. This shit gray as a motherfucker.
It took my hair.
You dying, yo.
I'm dying.
Little booger right there, too. People gonna say.
Allegedly.
Shout out to Trap.
Allegedly.
And Mario.
Yeah, shout out to Trap Mario. Shout out to
Shout
Samantha.
out to Kobe. Shout out to Sam.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? These people who believe in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
And I think I perform well.
You did.
Yeah, I made these beers with love.
Yeah. How you do the rapping?
It's actually, he was a little kid in Africa, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, the graphic designer guy, man. He's real clean, man. But, you know, I got a canning line. Mm-hmm. So once we can the beer, it goes to our label, and it puts a label on it.
This is awesome, man. This is awesome.
Like, this dope can right here. You know what I'm saying? Nice melons.
Kobe.
Nice melons, Kobe.
Kobe. Only a Harlem dude would do that. That's
right.
Hot. That's hot. That's hot. I gotta give you props on
yeah,
that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, bro.
But
That's
you know,
hot.
I was thinking like when we had this whole thing with True Vibes, I'm like, yo, kind of made this one better. But this one sold the most, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she had some people come out and show out.
That's what's up. Sam, Sam, congrats to you, and it's a pleasure.
Congrats.
So we're gonna wrap it up soon. What I want to say is I want to get out of you the positive, negatives of entrepreneurship.
Well, I would say the negative is that, you know, you work so much. If you like you're a real entrepreneur that's like really getting your hands dirty, like, bro, you work a lot. But I looked at today. You know what I did today? I went to the pool.
Went to the pool, hung out
on a Monday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Went to the pool, cooked some oysters, put some chicken on the grill.
Yeah, he was hanging out.
I was hanging out. Drunk about damn 4 of them watermelons.
Oh, yeah. You drinking all the nice melons?
Yeah, I
gotta try this one before I go, son.
Right.
I gotta try this one.
But you know, negative, man. It's like anything you want to do to be successful, man. You got to work hard for that shit, bro. Like I've been working hard. I've been an entrepreneur, owning my own business like 17 years. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I don't work my ass off. Like literally, but the positive is the reward. You know what I'm saying? Like I live different. You know what I'm saying? I live, you know, a good life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not saying that, you know, I mean I got nice things, and you know the Lord has blessed me, and you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, though, I've been thinking about moving to the Bahamas.
You keep talking about the damn Bahamas.
Yeah,
you want to be Atlantis. You want to be Atlantis.
Man,
well,
I will pull on out, son.
I will tell you something about you that I've always observed over the years. Is like, I know you do very well and you have nice things, but you're not like you don't look down on people. You don't.
Never,
you're very down to earth. Like you are very down to earth. Like you're one of the most down to earth people I ever met. And you got on my nerves sometimes.
Yeah, not more than you got on my nerves.
You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
But one time when I was in Texas and you wanted to come visit, you was like, come fly out there. And I was like still going through my stuff. Cause I just cause Secret was my baby. And that's another thing too we can talk about like real quick, but like not too long, but like that first business is always your baby. And then you have to let that shit go because it's just a business.
That's all it is.
It's just all it is, a business. You know what I'm saying? But I learned, I could tell you from my end, I learned a lot from you. But I remember one time I hit you up and I was like, yo, where you at? I was like, I ain't been calling you a lot, whatever. You was like, yeah, but I always answer though, right?
Right.
You say you're one of the most down to earth people I ever met, and I fuck with you, and I'm very proud of your endeavors, your business accomplishments. And the way you carry yourself, but the way you help people out. I'd be amazed or even challenged to see how many people on my hand I know in Charlotte that do more for others than do for themselves. Right. I have to give you that, brother.
That, bro. That means a lot, man. Like I'm trying not to cheer up right now. You know what I'm saying, but. It's a lot of truth in that.
We tear up. We just cut it, or you just get some Kleenex, B.
Yeah, I get some Kleenex, son. You know what I'm saying?
People
you got some Kleenex.
People cry every day.
You got some Kleenex. Nah, man, but for real, bro. Like I'm just like I look at myself as average. You know what I'm saying? I grew up extremely poor, bro. And in my mom's single family house, and my dad was doing a lot of things. But even I think it's important. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think I really as been a father to my children. You know what I'm saying? I've sometimes put work for them, thinking, okay, well, I gotta get them a college fund. I gotta send them. Sometimes that shit don't matter, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, relationships with your family, man. I'm telling you how important that is, bro. And I honestly think if anything I dropped the ball on, that was it. You know what I'm saying?
You about to make me cry right now.
The niggas cry every day, B.
You know what it is. It's when you don't come from a lot, you hustle to give them something better, and you think that's gonna be that time.
You think you're doing the right thing.
You're doing the right thing. That time is everything. See,
you can't.
You can't
that's
go
the
back
most
from that
valuable thing like you can have is time, bro. Time more valuable than money. You can't even go back on that. You know what I'm saying? But we all look at it like, you know what I'm saying. My son now, he been helping me. At Hip and Hops on the food truck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let's get So I went by Hip and Hops, and you had So Clarence usually has like food trucks that be at Rose Bar or Firehouse, or whatever. You actually got your own food truck now. You cut the middleman out.
Wasn't really that, man. It's just like I think, they cut us out so bad over there, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, out of any business I've owned, dealing with Savoy has been a pain.
Oh, you want to go into that?
Yeah.
Let's go. But elaborate.
No, I'm just saying, like, when we first opened Hip and House, like, it's like we opened it for our people to create culture, black beer culture in Charlotte. We didn't. We leased this place here, and you got a ton of residents, but we had our own following. And man, it's just like, bro, like I ain't never like felt in my life that somebody is, and racially profiling our business. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we got a lot of African Americans. They come there, right? They take our hookah. Then they done took our hours. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, they just be lying. I mean, they just be lying, bro. Like it's so crazy, like going back and forth with somebody that lie and then say they don't lie. I'm like, we not Rudy Poot business people. We own,
multiple establishments.
Right.
Yes.
We ain't like own no bullshit. And it's just like, bro, like it's just like our culture. I feel it's not fit for what they expect. What did y'all expect?
Well, I will chime in on this. I think we have the culture. We have. But we have the culture. The music is us. Fashion is us. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. And everybody's inclusive to that culture, right? Because we're all people at the end of the day. It's just that it's just like being a kid living in Princeton, New Jersey, or being a black child living in a certain area. You walk down the street, you get profiled. You're not supposed to be here.
Trayvon Martin.
There you go. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. And
which is fucked up.
It's bad. It's fucked up.
Like, it's crazy that that's why I left Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Because it felt like I was at the top of the mountain and we know where I can go but down. They didn't want to lease us real estate up there. They didn't, like, we called, how much is this building? I hear you black. Guess what? You ain't getting no call back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so messed up. It's just like, you know what? It's time for me to pack my bags and leave. Mm-hmm. But then, like, you know, coming back, you know, people just like another brewery, they reached out to us, company out of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, you know, you weren't interested in this, but yes, we is. Because you know what? They in Atlanta. They not looking at the culture up here. Up here is different, bro. Like, I ain't never seen nobody like try to make somebody fail. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's so fucked up because we look at, we creating jobs. We bringing people there. But all they seeing is, you know, 5-6 apartments that's complaining that ain't even us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the same time, we try to offer the gratitude, like, okay, can you come down here? Can you please come down here? Please, begging you to come down here. And say, okay, what's wrong? How loud is the music? Okay, where do we need? Can we put a decimal reader out here? What can we to make sure? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But other, like, you know, somebody complained. They gave us a violation, right? And cause somebody complained, said we was open to 4 o'clock in the morning. I ain't, and since I've been in, you can't make no money after 2 a.m. You can't make no money after 2 a.m. What the hell? I'm 46 years old.
Every time I've been there, you pack up earlier than that.
Right,
that's
right. We out of there.
Yeah, that's not true.
But you sustain a violation on our record. I wish I almost want to play the recording. You even hear the little manager laughing. And seriously, you hear she laughing like it's a joke, bro. This is not a joke.
But you know, it gets into like the thing of like with us too. It's like I feel like we will patronize other establishments and then complain against our own.
Right.
We complain against our own. We'll give us the own. Well, even we do that. We do it to ourselves. But if we go somewhere else in like Del Frisco's or whatever or Morton's, it could be bad service. We don't say anything. We just take it and grin it and bear it.
But that ain't what we dealing with.
No, it's dealing with them doing that. Yeah,
Like it's probably like you ever been like walking on eggshells, like just right now, like somebody call the police on you here and say that you in here smoking weed or some shit. You know what I'm saying? The shit's not factual, bro. Yeah. And it's not fair to us because we're consumers as well. You know, we create wealth, we make money.
Yes, we do.
And we gotta have places to fucking go. You know what I'm saying? You know, so but when you kind of being like stereotyped, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just very disappointing.
So if you had anything to say to that situation, what would you have to say to it?
I would just say, man, just buy us out. Just buy us out.
Well, I don't want to see you. I actually like the location.
I love the location, man. It's great, bro. Like it's a great location, man. People love it, man. And then it's like, man, we creating a culture. Yeah. Look at these people there, man. These ain't like people that normally be drinking beer. Nah. And it's like, it's not just helping the black brewery. It's helping the white ones. Yeah. We introducing more African Americans to craft beer. You know what I'm saying? But what it is, it's what it is.
So before we wrap up, I gotta ask you because I know you. So I'm gonna give you some verses. I'll give you 3 verses questions. Okay. Find out what you like or what you don't like or what you like better. Oh my God.
Yo, if it ain't K-Tundra, bro, I might not even know what it is no more. Unless it's like 90s hip hop.
Hookah or cigars?
Vape pens.
Take a drink.
Shout out to Trap.
Shout out to Trap. This is a good one right here. Gucci or Burberry? Burberry. I know you're a Burberry guy. I'm a Burberry guy. All right, this is the last one. Bar, restaurant, or brewery?
Brewery.
Brewery. You like brewery better?
Yeah. Okay. 100%.
Okay.
I'm like a beer geek at this point.
Okay. So you love it. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Yo,
Shout out to Mason Cameron.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Well, Clarence, I want to tell you, man, like this went by too quick. Definitely got another one.
It's
Yeah,
11 o'clock.
yeah, I'm saying, yeah, we moving. Yeah, we gotta head back uptown. But I want to tell you, definitely, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to have this platform with me. I appreciate
we've been
you, brother.
talking about this a long time. I'm so proud of you, bro.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, brother. You know, I'm trying to make it, man.
Yeah, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like this is a brilliant idea. I hope you go full fledged with it.
I appreciate you, brother. I try my best, man. Love you, bro. Always, man.
Already.
All right, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.